Bjorn opened the portal to the second floor, and after seeing this, Einar was in shock. As I explained before, Bjorn gained 2 experience points because he opened the portal first. And because of this, Bjorn's level increased, and he is finally level 2 now. And also, the maximum capacity of essences has been increased by 1. Let's talk about this later. Both of them entered the second floor. Einar asked Bjorn how they got here so quickly. The chief said that it takes at least 3 days to get to the second floor. Bjorn answered that he read about it in a book. Einar complimented him and said that he is amazing. This time, the second floor they came to isn't the Goblin Forest, but the land of the dead. Then Bjorn asked Einar if she is feeling something. She asked what he is saying. Then Bjorn told her that it feels like something is filling his entire body from inside his veins. After hearing that, Einar congratulated him and told him that his spirit status must have gone up. Then Bjorn understood that this is leveling up. There are also levels in Dungeon and Stone and B, which are needed when using skills increase with level. The amount of essences one can consume also increases with each level. Since Bjorn is now level 2, he can take 2 essences. Einar was still confused because his spirit status increased without killing any monsters. Then, Bjorn explained to her that it was because opening that portal counted as an accomplishment. Experience. It's called accomplishments in this world, but you can only gain it once per type of monster. After a certain point, it becomes very difficult to obtain, and one way to break that wall is to open the first portal with a speedrun. The experience earned from opening the portal doesn't stop after the first time, so if used well, it's an easy way to gain experience. So, he has to keep this trick a secret. So, he told Einar that it's a secret. So if anyone asks, tell them that it took them 2 days to get to the second floor. Einar was confused, but she agreed. After that, they moved out from there before the experienced explorers get there. First, I was thinking, why is his helmet weird? Now, I understand why. So, it is used for holding the torches. It's quite practical indeed. Then Einar touches Bjorn's helmet, and it's not hot. Then Bjorn explains that it's because torches are magic tools and stay on for 3 days once turned on. That's why it's possible to use them like that. If not, Bjorn's head will be roasted alive. The land of the dead has stronger monsters on average than Goblin Forest. However, there are no traps, so it's less tricky than Goblin Forest. In other words, this place is much better for 2 barbarians. Einar saw the ghouls. There were just 3 of them because it's just the first day. There will be about 3 times this amount on the 3rd day. This made Einar excited, so she decided to take care of them herself, and she finished them in a single swing. After that, she started boasting, saying that the second floor is easy. Then suddenly, a sound of laughing and screaming came. She got scared and held Bjorn's hand tight, asking him what that sound was. Then, Bjorn explained to her that it was a banshee, a ghost monster. They don't attack first most of the time, so it's best to ignore them. And even if they try to attack them, their attack won't work on banshees anyway. Plus, if they attack first, they'll be cursed, and the banshees will be after them until they're out of the labyrinth. After hearing about the curse, Einar got too scared and started praising Bjorn, saying that he was a wise warrior or it could have been bad. Then suddenly, a sound came from behind her, and she got so scared that she almost choked Bjorn to death. But thankfully, they were just skeletons, and she is back to her normal self again. Bjorn tried to give her advice to go for the core, but she completely destroyed them and then asked him if he was saying something. What can poor Bjorn say now? But what's more important is that he also gained 1 experience point. After that, they traveled north for almost 8 hours, and naturally, they were able to come across new monsters. Elder ghouls, which are double the size of normal ghouls, skeleton mutants called skeleton warriors, and even skeleton archers. But there was not much difficulty. There were only a few of them in numbers, because it's just the first day, and Bjorn's battle ability had grown quite a bit. First of all, mace. His weapon now was the perfect size and weight for him, so he was able to crush their skulls much more easily than the hammer. Next, the armor, which reduced the surface area he had to protect using the shield, letting him fight much more aggressively. The steel helmet might not protect him too well from a crossbow, but it easily stopped arrows from half-broken bows. He might be good at destroying the enemies, but there is one more who's just as good or better. Jorn feeling refreshed compared to the fights he participated in with Erwin. Jorn's arm was injured, but it healed soon. Then Einar asked Jorn the reason for it, or is this the spirit seal thing? He answered that yes, it was. The undead seal's level 1 effect is better natural regeneration. It takes only about 1 minute to heal 0.5 centimeters deep. Plus, his stamina itself recovers quickly too, increasing his endurance, meaning making him a perfect punching bag. Now, the ground is no longer wet. The terrain is different, and they are ready for the new adventure and new enemies with their heroic pose. I think I've seen this pose somewhere, but I can't quite pinpoint where.